I'll go over the three main things. But the first one I think that I have to just talk about is timing, because the timing of when we opened Ninong's, a lot of people would look at it as, are you crazy? Why are you starting a business in the middle of a recession? You know, they're thinking of it that way. And, you know, when we were going into it, I had to have the faith that we were doing it in the right place at the right time. And we were right, because what was happening at that time was the birth of social media. It was, you know, Facebook was a thing. Yelp was starting to become a thing. Google Maps, I mean, even at the time, Yahoo Maps was what was kind of budding at the time. And so I went in and I put us on Google Maps. I put us on Yahoo Maps, and people didn't know how to do that at the time. You know, Yelp was just starting to become a thing. And so part of it was being seen on the internet. It was a huge factor of why I think we were able to really survive, because then I would put us on Google Maps, and then suddenly a random person would walk in the door and Tita would be like, how did you find us? Just curious. And they said, oh, I found you on Google. And she was like, what's Google? You know, like it was completely foreign. And because I didn't, you know, I was trying so hard to think of all these things that I can do to help them, because at this time I wasn't working at Ninong's full time. It was still my mom, dad, and uncle. And so I was just trying to help them as much as I could. And here I am on the computer trying to just throw the name out there, create a website for them, and do all of the, you know, digital things, all the marketing, because that's my background. So that brings me to number two is online marketing, because the timing was just right. Our online marketing really put us aside, because prior to that, you know, my mom was trying to advertise in print. You know, she would do the bulletins at church. She would try and do the coupons in the mail, that type of thing, which worked because there were a few people that would come, but the digital marketing and digital media did it in a day, and it costed nothing at the time. It cost zero money. It was just effort and time. That's all it was. So that's number two, definitely. And then number three, I think, is being willing to pivot when something doesn't work. You know,
immediately, right?
yeah.
Able to spot what's working and immediately being able to react. Definitely.
Yes.